In the UK, there's a bowl for every surface for the Henselite product. But overseas, I use the Tiger 2 and I use the Dreamline XG purely because I love the grip and the arc that the bowl takes, and that's what makes me one of the best players in the world.
The Morwell Bowling Club is your place for fun and food. Come and try bowls and make new friends. Have coffee or bring the family for lunch or dinner. The Morwell Bowling Club. Visit us today on Hazelwood Road.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the 2024 Henselite Victorian Open. Coming to you live from the Morwell Bowling Club on a glorious Tuesday morning. Mixed pairs action on day one. 3 games of sectional play throughout today before the knockouts tomorrow. Joining me this morning, Joshy Thornton, back on the microphone. Welcome back, son.
Thank you, Sammy. It's nearly been 12 months since I've been in the commentary box. Looking forward to it. Fabulous to be down here in Morwell. Obviously, big shout out to Latrobe City Council, a major partner of the Henselite Victorian Open. So, and looking forward to a big game today.
Absolutely, and a cracking one to start proceedings off. We've got Mary Thompson leading up from the USA, playing alongside Rod Pedersen, representing Glen Waverley this season. And against them, as you see on the mat here, is Joe Laukens, representing Ballara, playing alongside Vinnie McILWAIN. He's got down here from Traralgon, but we would have seen him during the season representing Yarraville Footscray in Premier 8.
One of those guys using a permit to play at a higher level, Sam.
Correct.
Yeah, it's really good, that.
Angus McCosack tuning in. He's not here. Where is he? He was somewhere last night.
He's due to do ends 11 and 15 in this game, Sammy.
And I'm meant to be alongside him. It's might be a bit of solo commentary by end 11 if things don't work out. So
playing on a different green this year, Sammy.
Just about to mention that, JT. We've changed stream rig, so we've jumped out to the other side to the second undercover green here at Morwell.
Good starting. Like, there's not a bowl outside a yard at the moment from the leaders.
Just going to say, from throwing a few bowls down yesterday afternoon here just to test out the stream rig so we knew what was going on. Seemed to be a fairly comfortable line.
I think we'll, being the green is as kind as it is, we're going to see a lot of good heads when we're live streaming from Morwell. My apologies, Lance. As I said, it's been 12 months since I've been on the commentary box. I had to make sure the mic gets closer to my mouth and lift the volume up of it a little bit, you know. So hopefully that's a little bit better now. Each mixed pairs games is 15 ends or 2 hours and 15 minutes. Time limit. Vinny's using his white and purple arrows.
And has played this fairly well on the back end. Doesn't quite sneak inside. A little bit unlucky. Good shot.
Rod's got chances here in the forehand. Can sit the Jolene's bowls or get a little bit of jack movement down the line.
Good shelf to work off.
Rod himself is using Dreamline XG. And we have some cracking weather for day one too, Sammy.
Unbelievable conditions. It has been the last few days down here, setting up, getting everything ready to go across our host clubs. I mean, nice weather. Meant to be warm today. Bit of a cool change later on, but I'm hoping all the sectional play will be done by the time that comes. There are thunderstorms predicted, but we should be right.
Rod's having a good look at this.
Getting after this one, just looks to be drifting away. Nice enough speed for the shot. All right, chance here for Vinny, probably holding one. Can
Sit the
land
bowl or
this
turn the
for a
jack.
couple,
yeah.
Very interested.
Rod's probably got to be
Just
careful
missing.
here now. Like if he's potentially down already, but if he tries to attack a little too hard and take the own blue bowl of his own out,
Yeah,
could go 2 or 3 down.
correct.
Wants to play that maybe just full draw weight, you know, something's about a foot, 18 inches.
Yeah,
Not
touch
gonna
of the jack's more of a bonus than anything.
Not going to do too much damage with that speed. Closer
to
than
be
his
a
first two.
nicer line. Doesn't want to turn this out. Yeah, it probably makes certainty that Joe and Vinny pick up one on the opening end at least. Assuming that's fell out for one down.
Well, Vinny was already confident at 1. So that's 1 to Joe and Vinny on the first end.
So, opening day here at Vic Open for 2024. 51 sections of mixed pairs action across the Gippsland region this morning, JT. So, if you're in the area, make sure to head on down. There's some quality games across our host clubs for this year. A couple more games later on today as well. 12 p.m. kicking off Selena Goddard and Ben Hubbard. Selena, obviously, current New Zealand international.
One of our Bowls Vic ambassadors.
Ambassadors for this year, correct. And later on, our last game of the day, kicking off around 2:30 p.m. Jody and Ethan Fruin from Wangaratta. Of course, Jody, current state representative.
Ethan, a very accomplished bowler himself, a former state pairs winner.
Yes.
Did you not know
With
that?
Adrian.
Adrian Panling. spot on.
Adrian. Like Rocky. So a few good games to...
And they're playing
Check out the
last year's men's singles winner in the Vic Open, Brad Baby and his
Bradley
partner.
from Ocean Grove. Plenty of action throughout the day to tune into, of course, across Facebook and YouTube as always this morning.
I'm a converted man now, Sammy. When I'm at home and watching you guys stream, you know, I'm a YouTube guy now when I'm at home in my house. You know,
YouTube, yeah.
on the big screen. I don't have to look at all the comments sent to you. I look at them when we're commentating because we want to have that interaction.
Bit of interaction,
you know, so, but yeah, no, I'm a YouTube guy now when it comes to streaming from home.
See, Mary's already got her hands on one of the Vic Open 2024 shirts that we've put together. A few of them floating around this morning.
A few of them went out the store this morning.
Oh,
hot property.
Hot property, that's correct.
Mary Thompson.
Oh, managed to sneak under and nearly get a touch of the jack. That was very sneaky indeed. Draws the shot.
I don't mind the Ballara uniform. It's again, there's probably different incarnations of a Demon's uniform out there, but I like the look of that one. Jolene started well in this match, first 2 ends. Nearly all 3 of her bowls have been within a yard. That is correct, Greg. The Blues are on fire to start off the 2024 AFL Premiership.
Do you watch football, do you?
I do when
good.
Carlton's winning, mate.
Hey, when's Matty Atobre on commentary? Where's his first lineup?
We can remind him
Oh,
how
we're
well
going
Collingwood's going. Great bowl, Mary Thompson.
Good shot. couple good little contests on this Green JT this morning. Tyson Cromie in action, playing alongside it's Marley Malcolm representing Mitcham. Of course, Brad Pavey, Jody Fruin, Ethan Fruin there further across this green towards the other end. Vinnie McILWAIN on the forehands, close.
Oh, what a bowl.
Changes it right up and follows through for the shot.
And probably where he's moved the jack down the line now, Sam, it's probably going to be hard to actually draw a shot.
That's going to look terrible from the mat.
Even Rod, I reckon Rod just shook his head
A
then.
little bit of a right smile, but forehand around the pack.
I think it's the only way you could draw a shot.
He's got to try and have the right speed.
That's
Sit around jack high.
Speed's looking good.
Not sure it's got the pace, does it? Gee, good track for the shot. Vinny just weighing up his options as well. I think it's just a forehand draw out this side, isn't it? Yeah, you can hear Vinny asking for jack high on the forehand, where he's going to get second shot. Not too bad here, just going a fraction. That's all.
just probably 2 feet through, 3 feet through there, that last bowl, Vinny. All right, let's see what Rod does here. He's played that well. There you go.
There's the shot. Had the right line with his first. Just a correction on speeds, enough to draw the shot.
Do you reckon Vinny's potentially going to maybe play with a bit of weight here?
And I'm not sure what he can see from the mat, where he can see a piece of the
Forehand
bowl.
underneath. Get a little bit of jack movement down the back too.
A piece of the jack and the bowl. No, just backing
Tried the draw shot.
himself to draw this shot.
Didn't like it out of his hands. It's not.
Oh, I
Yeah,
think the speed gave him a good chance, correct, yep. All right,
Probably
so-
what it does now, though, is make Rod's next bowl even harder because that head's now got wider.
Yeah, correct.
He's probably got 18
Yeah,
inches,
it's
2
going
feet
to
to
be
draw with. So he's
tough
gonna,
to draw a second one in now.
It's what that last bowl did, makes you play a bit higher and you dash
Yeah,
so get
all
it
of a
down,
sudden
do you?
missing wide, probably only played a fraction. A cracking second bowl from Rod gets them on the board, and it's one apiece through two ends in this opening round clash for Henslight Vic Open for 2024. Mixed pairs action coming to you from Morwell Bowling Club.
And anyone who wants to know where their club mates are, how they're going during the event, they've got to just go to the Vic Open page off the Bowls Victoria website, and they'll
Correct.
redirect you to Bowls link, Sammy.
Yep.
And
Or for those that have the Bolt Now app downloaded, can go through there to
That as
find
well.
all the scores.
Yep.
So all the host clubs will be updating the results as they come in, round by round. There he's opted to throw the mat all the way back, and it's pretty much a ditch-to-ditch length to begin in three.
morning, Westy. Morning, Terry Kelly. Hope you're all well. Did I say right? Terry Kelly had a very convincing win the other day in the
Very convincing.
Ballarat Highlands
More than convincing.
midweek pennant finals.
correct.
Yes.
And then, I'm not sure if that's what you're referring to,
No, I
but
was talking
backed
about
it up
the
in the region final.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's the
yep,
one I was talking about.
on Sunday,
Yep.
yep.
I didn't even know that one.
Okay, it's
the Highlands one. My bad.
What are you-
I don't know everything.
You're all over that, aren't you? No, no.
Good lead
Big lead by TK.
By Mary.
Good shots.
Good starters. Looks like Ryder Mary opting for a more full-length end here, Semi, versus
Yes.
the first couple ends.
Stretch it out, so we'll see. If that'll work in their favour.
Just cooking a little bit there.
That's all.
Yeah, good set here by Mary.
Yeah, 3 goodies on this sort of length end. Done really well. All right, tell me and the viewers, JT, you're on the green this week or week and a half?
One event.
What are you in?
In the men's pairs.
Playing alongside?
Bradley Orr from Shepherd and Golf.
Okay, look out. What section are you in?
Have no idea. All I know is I got
Playing at?
Warrigal.
Warrigal, Oh, thanks for the team to putting you nice and close by then, wasn't it?
Yeah. We definitely know it's not rigged just to support both Victoria staff, do we?
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Nah, should be good. Never played there before.
Yep.
I actually quite like the idea of finally playing one event each year, Sam, like I do at the moment. Just keep spreading me out. Let me go visit new clubs in the area. All right. Rod's got a good chance to add. They're already holding 3 at the moment.
Yeah, it's
Make a real tight one.
good lead set from Mary Thompson. Just needs to get under. Well, couldn't have cut that much more fine at all under the front bowl and
The only thing
draws
is,
these shot.
I reckon that might make Vinny potentially attack a bit more. Head's a bit more wider.
Doesn't love that out of the hand.
Saying that, he got a little bit of
Yeah, enough for
Lansky's.
second or third shot.
And third shot.
Roger Green tuning in from Seattle, Washington, home of the Jefferson Park Lawn Bowls Club. Good morning or good evening to you, Roger.
Maybe afternoon, I reckon.
Afternoon? Yeah, yep.
I know my time zone's pretty well over there from the amount of American sport I watch. It's on the West
Yeah,
Coast.
I should know by Vancouver Canucks home games about what the time is. All right, Vinny's still a couple down here. Work to do. Not bad here,
It's gonna
JT.
hang enough.
Not bad here at all. Got the bowl right through for shot.
great
Well
bowl.
played. Lovely speed for the shot.
Now, it does give Rod good chances here. He can come down, sit that last bowl. If he gets a jacker in the corner, he makes 3 or 4.
Just needs to get down from out there, JT. Trying now.
Oh,
Super effort.
a bowl and a half too wide.
Super effort. Had the right speed to trail that jack. Where he needed to get it to. Vinny having a close look as to whether this is 1 or 2. Any thoughts, JT? What does it look like from a bit of a tricky angle?
It's always hard for me, Sam.
Be
and
far
that's
off
why
being 2.
I'm always loath to make a big comment. I think he's got to play that soft draw. He can't afford to be overweight and happen to jam the jack and squish it back a bit. If he's going to get there, he's only going to just get there, I reckon.
Did indicate possibly playing forehand, but hard to draw another shot on the forehand. I think he's backing himself here to play the right speed without touching the jack. The backhand side, follow that down.
See how he's looking here. It's on that higher line, which is probably the safe line. And as I said, if he was going to get there, he was only going to just get there. So it's one for sure. Yeah, having a look at the second one. I actually didn't see what they indicated.
Hopefully Vinny will give us some sort of indication. A couple it was, so...
Too busy seeing what you're doing, pulling your laptop out of the desk here.
Joe and Vinny sneak out to a 3-1 lead through 3. Don't you worry about me, JT.
You're disrupting the flow.
Was there a flow?
I thought there was a flow.
Oh.
Vinny and Joe opting for a bit shorter length, probably 3/4. Morning, Brendan. Hope you're well. Probably one of our best viewers at home.
Doesn't miss a lot.
Nah. Always looking for a shout out, and we'll always give him one. We can actually give some live scores while we're sitting here, Sammy, across the green because of the digital scoreboards.
Oh, the spot they're in is marvellous because there's no players blocking the view like there usually is.
So, look, I'm not going to go into who's the who of everybody here, but we've got Boland playing Fruand at the moment, and Boland is 4-1 up after 2. Pyers versus Pavey. Pavey's leading 3-1 after 3. Cromie versus Simmons. Simmons is leading 3-2 after 3. Hunt versus Hafner. Hunt is leading 5-0 after 3. And Scott versus Tyres. And Scott is leading 3-0 after 2 ends. Morning, short man. Hope you're well, buddy. President of the Murray Downs Bowls Club. Mary's been forced to switch to the backhand here. Actually, she played her first with the backhand. I should have actually realised that, but too busy reading
But anyway, moving onwards. Not a bad line here again. Vinny asking for it to hurry. He's played this fairly well. Wants to get up to the centre line now.
Yeah, good starters.
Just good shots. Good reply after the previous end.
If it was Mary, I'd be looking to just be arriving. Play a little tight. You got bowls to sit on. I think she's tried to do that.
Yeah, easy to get
Just a
stuck
fraction
wide
wide.
and miss the line slightly. Battling to get back. Alrighty, Vinny looking to draw on his backhand with his first. Probably gives Rod nearly a guide underneath. Something like this, JT. Needs the right contact.
Yeah, good bowl. It's nearly shot.
He ran for shot, close to it. Well played. The old Wickers.
We were talking about that this morning in the car, weren't we, Sammy?
Morning, Reg.
If they come out and won the Division 1 Premiership, I would have won two 2 Division 1 titles for the year.
Yes, yeah.
If we use the American theme of, you only have to play 1 game to get a premiership
Blame
medallion.
that on Reggie.
Oh, don't worry. I was messaging JR and Gaz and following from afar.
Ah, yes, the old raking Ewing.
Yeah, good bowl there by Vinny. Probably tipped Joe's bowl over enough to maybe count. Could even be 2.
Possibly, I reckon that's close to 2, yep. Mary just thinking the 1 down, so...
I don't think you'll stray away from what he just played. Something similar. Giving it a chance, playing tight will give you a potential result.
Getting after it, doesn't mind it. He's got the speed to hold. Doesn't want to pop his own out.
Well, that's worked, I think.
That's a
That's Mary's bowl over here, the blue bowl.
pretty decent result. Over the jack for 1.
Gives Vinny's chances, though. He can land that shot bowl now on the backhand, or he'd move a bit of jack around the corner, get 2 or 3. Is Reiko Ewing playing in the mixed pairs?
Got no
I think
idea.
he did last year, so he probably is.
Probably find out.
Just a bit tight.
Just drifting under.
Right idea. Definitely right weight. Give it a chance.
Yeah.
Well, unless Rod does something silly, we'll have another score for them. And it's going to be interesting that Vinny's team has scored 1 way so far and Rod's team's scored the other way so far.
We'll see if they're able to hold on to this end, whether they go straight back to ditch like they did the previous end.
Well, it worked into the essence that Mary actually led really well in that ditch length, but then Vinny changed
Vinny
her
played
head
a
up.
few good ones, yeah. Out at Mafra. Now JR, how's Rod going here? Needs to get under. The speed's okay.
Trying hard.
Oh, is the speed okay? It
Pop
falls
down.
in. Wow, that's a
Ooh, Mary likes it.
pretty good change over. Still in the back end. Different shot he had to play, though. They'll take out 1 and have a look at the second. I like that for 2 sitting from here, JT. That's going to be close.
Don't go early with these ones.
Oh, really?
Sitting from the side, you
Ah.
can...
Come on, you got to call it.
Nah.
No, 1 or 2. I'll go 2.
Best place to call is when you're standing over the top of the head.
Yeah, never in doubt, easy 2.
We're locked again at 3-all.
3 apiece through 4. Good opening contest. Some good lead bowls and a couple of good conversions early on.
Looks like we're going right back, so it could be that long end again, Sam. Yep, longer end. We had a good, Mary was saying earlier, obviously Mary's from USA. We have a little USA contingent again this year at the Vic Open like we did last year.
Quite a few of them were down here yesterday and Sunday having a roll at
Roll-up.
Morwell and Traralgon. Yep.
Pretty sure it was last year Jimmy ended up driving him to one of the venues. There was a miscommunication around.
yeah.
And then he had to end up driving him to one of the
Absolutely.
venues.
Organised a lift for a few of our American friends who were playing down at West Hale this morning. Stage Traralgon. Trust they're going well. Good to have them out.
It's a great thing about the Victorian Open. Anybody can come and play, no matter where you are,
Yeah, a
whether
few
you're in
from-
Australia or around the world.
A few guys from Hong Kong have made the trip down as well.
And as I was saying last year when I was here commentating, Sam. I haven't been here a lot in my life, but it's a nice part of the world, especially when the weather's like this.
It's a nice morning for it, and this facility here is Moama. I haven't been here before, until a couple of days ago. Absolutely cracking facility, a couple of undercover greens. Big bistro inside, a few function rooms, plenty of space going
I
on.
like their design. They've obviously got seating on the far side that, you know, you can obviously go and take a seat. They've got a windowed area inside that sort of sees most of the rinks, and then right behind us is like the bowler's lounge.
There's a bowler's lounge in between the two carpets,
yeah,
so you can easy access to both greens. It's really good.
Good setup.
Mary's given this one a good chance, just missing the jack, comes to a good spot, gives them one past the head.
One at the moment to Joe and Vinny, or the V-man as he called himself earlier.
Yeah, we asked him what would he prefer to be
Yeah, was it
called as for the game,
Vinny?
Vincent or Vinny?
V-man.
V-man, and then it was a bit too late to change the stream rink for the opening round after that comment, but anyway, so here we are at 3-all after 4. Going well. Interesting to see if he'll... Thought Rod may have played the back end,
Does look
sticking
far
with the
away
open
here
draw.
though, Sammy. I'm on a good angle here. It's nearly got the jack.
Needs to just get down late.
Yeah, fantastic
And
bowl.
sticks with it for one. Well
Probably
played by
doesn't
Rod.
want to- he doesn't want to fall on top of the jack. He might push it back to Joe's bowl.
Yeah, you're right.
Vinny's playing something similar, looking just to try and get to that bowl or get a little bit of jack. See, speed, it's going to hurt him at the moment, I think.
And hit Vinny there. Don't be lazy, because he absolutely smoked the line. That was spot on.
Do you reckon there's chances now that he could play, try and split the gap?
I don't know, but he's not happy with himself. Yeah, what do you reckon, JT? You can...
I mean, I reckon Rod's probably going to play backhand now. He's got a chance of maybe turning Mary over a couple. He's probably protecting himself from turning Joe's over. Happens to finish high, finished a good home.
He's got to think, what's Vinny going to look to play now as well?
I reckon Vinny's a
You
chance
think
of
Vinny's
playing
gonna
weight
go
with the next one, so that's why I would play the backhand and try and pass ahead.
Nice ball there for some forehand weight.
And Rod makes
Vinny's
us look
next.
silly and plays the opposite hand. He's still going to go past the head though.
Comes to a handy spot. No surprise. Needs to move a little bit. Missing wide. Yeah, surprised that Rod's stuck with his hand again here. Not sure if he's trying to get another one past or get another one in the head.
It's awfully close. Oh, he didn't touch that. He was actually really close to making another one.
That was a very fair effort.
Makes it harder for Vinny to get there now.
Yeah, turns his bowl in front.
The way it's angled now, though, he could, loathe to say it, but he could outside edge his own onto Joe's, and all of a sudden he's 2 or 3 down. Something he's got to weigh up. He's going quick again, though.
He's still got to search and try and get this one through the shot bowl. No. He's going to back himself to...
Conservatively, maybe to try and turn ease a couple times.
Missing under, so that'll be...
One. We've broken the little run of...
Completion of end 5. We've broken the little run.
First time anyone's won 2 ends in a row in this match.
Mary Thompson and Rod Pedersen lead by 4 shots to 3 through 5 ends. Day 1 of the Henslight 2024 Vic Open. mixed pairs sectional action coming to you live from the Morwell Bowling Club, JT.
Now, this year's commentary, as you know, I've done up a huge schedule.
A huge schedule,
Yeah.
so lots of rotating.
Correct, and you're going to rotate out now.
Okay, bye.
And we're going to bring in the CEO of Bowls Victoria, Tony Sherrill.
Morning, JT. Morning, everyone.
Cracking morning here in Morwell, Tone.
It's absolutely perfect, isn't it? My voice is not ideal, JT, so if it does fade in and out, my apologies in advance. Kick me out of the commentary team quite happily.
Yeah, we only give you a couple little stints today, so you're pretty good.
Just ease me into it.
Marion Rod again opting for the longer ends. It's worked for him the last couple of times.
Nice close affair here, JT.
Well, we've had some good heads, Tone, and we were talking earlier about streaming from this green versus the one at the back. I think it's more conducive to better heads, so we're going to see some really top quality bowls and matches.
Yeah, I've been out the back watching a little bit of play out there, and there is a marked difference between the speed from this green to that. Did notice Selena Goddard out there, New Zealand representative and ambassador here at the Vic Open. She won't have too much trouble with high-paced greens.
No. Good leading bowls there from Mary Thompson.
Clear instructions from Rod Peterson. Moved across to Glen Waverley this year in a coaching capacity, or coaching and playing. Yeah, line was good.
It's one of those
Just a touch shy.
nuisance bowls, though. Right? You know, forced Joe to change hands.
There we go, the nuisance bowl as called by JT. There is nothing this man can't do.
A broken clock is right twice during the day, Tone. There's once.
And JT, Barry Lester's come on board this year with some support of the Vic Open.
Yep.
Blessed coaching, as it's known. Barry Lester is a very enthusiastic and accredited coach, as we all know. He has travelled the world competing at the highest level, and he uses his extensive knowledge to help you improve your game and implement plans and strategies to gain success for your club. That's Barry's coaching business, Blessed Coaching. Does some great stuff, and I actually think he might have held some stuff in regional Victoria not that long ago, JT.
Yeah, no, I was lucky enough to get a grant for the Wimmera Bowls region, and we put it towards Baz coming out and doing some coaching, and he ran 4 sessions in 2 days at the 4 playing areas out there, and really well received. He's a very good communicator. Obviously, his knowledge of the game is quite good in terms of what he knows, and obviously all the successes he's had on the green. And yeah, from I actually did some surveys to all the participants, and all the feedback was fantastic. So
yeah, he's infectious. Is Baz? His passion for the game is not matched by too many. Morning, Shorty. Yeah, it's not real good, my voice. I do apologise. Kind of comes and goes. Every now and again it goes back to its normal, which is a pretty low standard anyway. But then it does just disappear, so hopefully it bleeps out the correct words.
It's the first time in the match where one side is holding a significant number at the moment. Looks like Mary and Rod are probably holding 4.
Vinny does have a pretty good upshot on him though. So.
Yeah, it's not. It's wide-ish. It's not. I wouldn't say the fattest head, but I think he'll be still arriving and giving it a chance. And as we say that, he's probably underplayed it a little bit. And
Yeah, that's not your broken clock, JT.
nah. I'd argue he executed that poorly and was actually trying to do what I suggested.
You're probably right. So Rod Peterson just going down to survey this head.
If I was Rod, I wouldn't be making it any fatter. I think 4's a good count to have. I'd be either trying to cover a spot or make it harder for Vinny to play the shot.
Yep. So a little bit of talk between Rod and Mary. They've worked out what shot. Morning to you, Vince, watching from Leppington. Morning, Rosie. Some good names across this green as we look across to Ethan Fruin, Jody Fruin, Brad Pavey, Tyson Cromie. Shane Hafner's out here.
Down comes Rod's final bowl for the end.
Doesn't have the trip.
Well, again, it could be.
It's a good
I was
nuisance
going to say, if
bowl.
it was hanging out a little bit, it could be that good nuisance bowl.
Probably just wanted another 2 feet to cover and count.
Wow, I just think if it was maybe a bowl and a half wider.
Gets right in the line, doesn't
Yep.
it?
Still, I think there's still a line there in the back end where you can arrive with 2 or 3 feet of weight and give it a chance.
Yeah.
And
Well, Vinny's really got nothing back, so
no, but even if he gets to the pack, you're a sniffer taking 1 or 2 out, maybe
Yep.
flipping around.
takes out the full weighted shot, really, doesn't it? Back to just arriving weight. Looks a slightly better track.
He's just got to hang now.
It's a pretty good bowl, JT.
It's just his speed probably hurt him again more than anything.
Just tipped it in instead of tipped it out. So
So either 3 or 4. And that'll be 3 consecutive ends for Mary and Rod.
put the tape on this last one. Paul Whiteman's watching from Queensland. Morning to you, Paul. This, of course, is the Henselite Victorian Open. This is mixed pairs. First event, first day.
4 it is.
Great pickup.
Score is now 8-3 after 6 ends. The longer ends are definitely a strategy for Mary and Rod at the moment, working for them. Not quite ditch to ditch, but probably close to 2 metres shy of it.
Interested spectator Gus McIsaac has just entered the building.
He was our first commentator on the stream.
He was watching. He loves bowls, Gussie. Of course, one of the Bowls Victoria's directors, all-round good guy and a very handy bowler. Mary's got her line dialed in nicely.
She's probably just been that marginally more consistent than Jolene at the moment.
Conversely, as Vinny says, weight's very good for Jolene, but just missing the line, so she'll correct that with the next one. Yeah,
Good
nice
correction.
bowl. That'll please Karen, who's in the comments, saying go Mary.
From Laguna Beach.
Laguna Beach Bowling Club. Sounds nice.
I was going to say, wonder if it's got a great view.
Good correction here from Jolene too.
I was at a club on the weekend, Tone, that has a great view, but from a different perspective. I was up at Club Euston,
Oh yes, very nice club.
right on the Murray River there.
We won't talk about results though, will we, JT?
No, we won't.
You can't win all the time, mate.
Yeah, I won't say anything to that.
It's the satellite view of Laguna Beach Bowling Club.
It does look like it's right on the ocean, doesn't it?
Yeah, it certainly does. Very nice. Have to put that one on the bucket list. Go over and see Mary Thompson at her home club. It's another pretty good effort from Jolene, just pulling up a couple of feet short.
It's probably their, like, there's still some close bowls this end, but it's probably their worst leads in. Otherwise, they've been pretty red hot so far in this match. Might do a live score update across the green. We can only do this green, Tone, but over in the far rink we have the Fruins playing Boland, and Fruins are 5-4 up after 5. Next rink across, Pavey playing Pies, and it's 6-all after 7. Next rink, Cromie versus Simmons. Simmons is leading 9-4 after 7. And Rod nearly adds another one there, looks like it, yeah. Next rink, Hunt is playing Hafner, and Hunt is leading 11-2 after 7. And the next rink next door to this live streaming rink is Scott versus Tyres, and it's the 5s, 5-5 on 5. And obviously, if you want to go out and check your club mate or your favourite bowler, you can get on the Bowls link and check out all the results, or the Bowls Live Now app. Is that it? I'm trying to have a
Bowls Now.
Bowls Now. You had a mental blank there.
Just watching Vinny's bowl, just got a little touch, but I think it may have just scooted a little touch too far through, so. Still shot to the Peterson rink. Shane Hafner a couple of rinks over. JT was a late call-up. Ali Copley's son, Preston Rollins Copley, was originally named in that team.
Yep.
So.
Shane's doing some good things in the...
Yeah, he certainly is. Featured on
Current Affair, wasn't
Channel
it?
9, it's Current Affair.
Current Affair, yep.
Nice to see him get some recognition for the good work he's doing for those who've been in the police force and served our community and struggling with some of the dangers that come with. Says a lot about bowls when it can help people with all those issues and conditions that come from that sort of work.
He's just a fraction tight, I think, Vinny. I reckon Rod and Mary are probably holding 2 at the moment. It's hard to gauge.
Very deliberate is Rod Peterson. He's got a coach's brain, always working out what the options are.
I'd argue he's methodical, isn't he, in terms of the way he's approaching it.
Yep, very much. And getting some love in the comments as well. Always does seem like a really happy sort of guy to me.
Yeah, well...
As in positive,
yeah,
I should say.
I wouldn't say I know him well, but sending him around the traps over the years, and yeah, I'd probably agree with that, Tone.
Played for a few seasons at Clayton.
We know he supports a good AFL team.
Not sure about that hat. Have a chat to him in the break, and I want to put him off his game. It's 3 pretty good bowls though, JT. Absolutely picture perfect conditions here down in Morwell, and one of the better clubs you will ever see. 2 undercover greens, bistro, and JT, they've just opened up a function room that seats 350.
I'll have to suss that one out. I haven't seen that page
It's
yet.
really good. Of course, we've got our Henselite crew down here. They've got a stall. You can go and get some bowls, some bags, some clothes, some shoes, and AM Sportswear here as well. Vinny just asking for it to move. It just hangs a touch wide.
I was going to say 2 for sure, but measure's coming out.
I'm going to say it's only 1, just to be different.
2.
There we go.
It's 4 ends on the trot.
Oh, I should never disagree with you.
I do warn people not to make too big of a statement from the sidelines, Tane, because it is hard, the different angles.
It is. Not hard for you, though. Yeah, Johnny Rich saying, ripping bloke. Got it all going for him, I love it. So, yeah, so if you are in the area, come down to Morwell. Campbell Derrick from AM Sportswear has a stall set up, so if your club's thinking about new uniforms, they are the best option by a mile. Put together some great uniforms.
We've utilised Campbell a lot at our way, Tone. Murray Malley, you got their region uniforms and their junior development squad uniforms through Campbell.
Yep.
I know BCG starting to utilise him as well.
Indigo Campaspe Goldfields.
Yep.
And of course the Big V.
Correct.
They are the manufacturers of the state uniform. Strong supporters of Bowls Victoria, we thank them very much. Yeah, Rod Peterson recognising that one was a bit loose and just says next one. There's no use giving your teammate an ear bashing over a bad bowl. Nobody tries to do them.
No.
So just move on to the next one.
She's been really consistent otherwise, you know, so... But it has probably opened the door for Vinny and Jolene to have a chance here this end.
Yeah, they're starting to get to that stage where they do need a number. 2 1/4 hour time limits here for the Vic Open. Morning to you, Shirley, watching from Horsham.
Member of the Coghlan Park Bowls Club.
Yep.
One of our Wimmera board members.
Looks to be sailing just a touch, JT. Little rush of blood on that one from Jolene. Peterson just lets out a little sigh as he crashes into a front pole. A nice bowl, Vinnie McILWAIN. Be no stranger to these greens.
Had a good campaign last year. Went quite deep.
He did.
In a couple of events.
Did you make the semi-finals of the singles?
I reckon I was going to say semi-finals.
And wasn't far off winning that too, from memory.
Did he play Brad Pavey in the semi-final or Chrissy Young? I feel like it might have been Brad.
Yes, it was.
Because Chris Young played Zachy Woning in the other semi-final.
Correct.
Should be nearly counting. Yeah, it is. Sometimes it's the ugly heads that you can get a score,
Yeah.
and sometimes because of where the other bowls land. And not saying that disrespectfully, but it's
No,
probably
no.
been the loosest ends
I know what
so
you mean,
far.
but
And,
they're not within a dinner plate, as they say.
Yep.
I do like mixed pairs.
We were talking about this last night, don't we? Call it divorce pairs.
Divorce
okay?
pair, yeah, well, that's when it flips in the wrong way. But I reckon you actually quite often see people having a good time because they don't generally play together. And there's not that many mixed events. I mean, I know Pennants, Open Gender, all that sort of stuff, but
Yeah.
in tournament style. And I think there's a lot more relaxed people.
Yeah,
You also get the other end of the spectrum, don't get me wrong. Hence the name divorce pairs every now and again.
Rod just finishing a fraction short.
Yeah, I don't know if it's cut one out, JT. It'll be certainly two, could be three.
Vinny's having a good look here. Might force him to play the
Yeah.
other hand
So
potentially.
Rod just signalled on his way past that he thinks it might be three down, unfortunately.
Yeah. Because I know Vinny wouldn't want to turn that last bowl of Rod's over. It definitely would potentially start cutting a bowl or two out. I was saying over dinner last night, getting to the reference of divorce pairs, my grandmother wouldn't play with my grandfather.
Mickey West showing some support for Team Paddles and Team Chromie. So I can tell you Paddles is locked in a very close battle at 6-all after 8 ends. So they've just updated that scoreboard. So I'll give you an updated score in a second. But Tyson Chromie's having a very tough day against Danny Simmons' rink.
Oh, Vinny may have counted.
Tyson's down 4-13 after 9 ends. And Brad Pavey trailing 7-8 after 9. There you go, Mickey West, best tipster in the business.
Supposedly I'm the worst. Although I won it last year between Jimmy and I, so I can't say I'm the worst.
Yeah, beating Jimmy's nothing to brag about. He's too old now, Jimmy. I think he turned 45 or something the other day.
4.
It is 4, so great pickup.
They needed it in the schemes of the game.
Yep.
It's now 10-7. And we've played 8.
Stops that little run of 4 ends in a row for Thompson-Peterson.
I reckon there'd be a decent tactical change here in terms of length. Right, a betting man, there'd be something much shorter.
Having a little mid-green conference.
Come up in discussion the other day, the old mid-green conference. Obviously, when you win an end, you pull your team aside, maybe have a quick chat about where you want to go. But what happens if you lose the end, but you want to still have the mid-team conference? I've seen it happen where they've let the leader from the opposition
And
bowl
then go.
and then have the conference.
Yep.
Can cause some friction.
So you are correct, JT. It is a shorter end. Matt's back on the tee or thereabouts. But there you go. Did not have to touch the jack.
Good starter.
That's how you do it, JT. Pressure on straight away.
Andy starter from Mary herself, her weight impeccable. Another good lead bowl by Jolene.
So it's been the desired length, that's for sure.
Mary not far away.
It just finds a gap, but not a bad spot to finish. Something past wouldn't be too bad here for Jolene. Yep. Look over on that Hafner v Hunt rink and there's having a good time. Leeds just asked them to play a certain shot and the skipper said, well, do you want to come and do it? There's bowls everywhere but no jack over there, so I'm pretty sure they're trying to draw to the ditch and
Yeah, there's
outdraw a bowl that's about 3 inches off.
There's obviously two coloured markers behind every rink there, and I think one's off the behind the 5, so which means I think that's where the jack is. Unless it's somewhere else and it's hidden between a couple bowls, Tone.
Yep.
Just a fraction wide. I feel like this side of the green, Tone, the ditch side, is probably the marginally wider hand. I've seen more bowls finish underneath.
Really not happy with that one.
Interesting what he was trying to play there, because he's holding one at the moment, isn't he not? I'm trying to work out whose bowls. Oh no, they
It's
down.
the
Sorry,
front
my
bowl
bad.
of Mary Thompson's.
My apologies. That's why Rod's trying to get to the back bowl and flop in.
Yeah, well played. Oh,
Splits the danger up though, a little bit.
yeah, it's just sort of flipped the wrong way. Just the one confirmed by Jolene.
Just a nice, just arriving, sort of full draw. Get to the bowl, get to the jack. Got chances.
I think he says he's under again. Knew it straight out of the hand. It's not quite finding his range here.
See, Rod here, he's looking at actually being very positive. and looking to land his own shot bowl with 2 feet away and get it over and spring it over the back, might make 3. I mean, it's an element of weighing up whether the one good one is good at this point in time and how confident you are not giving away shot if you do play that.
Is he trying to pump Vinny's bowl out?
No,
Is that
no.
what you're saying?
Play forehand, look to land his own shot bowl, which is angled to go out to the back where Mary's bowls are, and if he rolls it over far enough, he'd probably make 3 out of it. Whether he plays that shot or not, he definitely was looking at it though. Looks like he's just opted for the draw shot, the safer shot. Roundabouts.
Just the one.
Score now, 11-7. We've played 9 ends.
Back to the longer length as preferred by Peterson and Thompson.
Well, it was working for him.
Yep. They didn't do too badly on that shorter one either.
Big power move is if your opponent's playing a certain length, right, you score and then you roll it back at them and then beat them on it.
Yep.
I saw Mitch Sidebottom do it the year he played against Lee Schreiner in the final of the Vic Open at Shepparton. Mitch was playing short, Lee was playing long. Mitch won on the long and then rolled long back to him and won again.
He's a very good draw bowler, Mitch Sidebottom.
Yep.
Of course, Leroy needs no introduction. One of the best.
The long ends is where Mary's weight's been really, really good.
Yep. It's a good reply. 1 to you was the call from Vinny. We hear the Henselite Victorian Open. Thank you to Destination Gippsland and Latrobe City Council. Of course, Morwell Bowling Club and Traralgon Bowling Club. And JT, across the next 10 days, we'll use about 18 clubs across the Latrobe Valley and into Gippsland. Today, streaming from Morwell Bowling Club. Fantastic facility.
I had the pleasure of going up to Merboo North last year and Newborough. Some really great clubs around this area. I said I get to go to Warrigal on Thursday in the pairs.
Yep. With your great mate Brad Orr.
Yeah, I'll have to carry him again.
He said the exact same thing.
Of course he did.
Well, I'm at Ballara on Monday
In the
for
triples?
the triples, which I think might even be Jolene's club
It
that
is.
we're watching on
Yep.
the live stream.
Yep.
So I'll have to ask her for some local knowledge, how not to get beat. Better track was the call from skipper Rod Peterson.
She looks close. Just passing.
Mary Thompson sporting one of the new AM Sportswear and Henselite shirts designed specifically for the Vic Open.
Yeah, they look fantastic, Tone.
Looking $1 million.
There's a couple on the screen already.
You want to get them pretty quick. If you're down this way, they are selling like hotcakes. Ooh, just hits a little lip. Goes in reverse, that bowl, just for a touch.
That's nothing compared to some of the other greens I've played on over the years, Tone.
Look, it does happen in a lot of greens, doesn't it?
I won't name the club, but I played at a club and got to the tee and then rolled backwards 4 times.
From the tee.
No, not for, sorry, on the edge of the ditch. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, I do recall one venue where it was like a dead set upslope from the tee up to the bank. You could never get it in there. Again, won't say the club. No longer a club though. May have hosted an Australian Open. I shouldn't say.
I think we all know where you're talking about now, Toad. Just a fraction quick, Rod is.
Yeah, line's good.
It's just going to be shy, I think, Vinny. I think Rod's thinking about playing the forehand. I think he's already 2 down with those bowls of Jolene's. No, if they're already shot, it makes no difference. But it looks the nicest shot to try and get there. If you land them or get through them, you're going to be half a chance of getting shot.
Yep.
Which he's doing. A little bit of weight, see what happens. He's not far away. That's the shot. Great bowl, Rod.
Yeah, well played. You make a pretty good coach one day, JT. So would David Clark, so he'd play through him.
Yeah, no, he knew what was going on, Squizzy. I think sometimes people overcomplicate the game, and when you've got a shot that gives you 2, 3, or 4 options, it's, you know, you're playing the percentages. My presence just thrown me under the bus.
He's a good fella.
I'll remember that, Shorty. Hasn't played this too bad. He's just got to hang around.
Got to stop.
Flops in, he might be. Jolene's urging it to flop. 1 down.
Yeah, I remember watching your state fours and Shorty carried you to a title, JT.
Selective memory.
He's a very good player.
I can tell you, though, there was one game specifically in that campaign when we played against the Bendigo rink. Shorty led against Lukey Hoskins, who's a very accomplished bowler himself, and Shorty might have given Luke a nice old touch-up that game.
Little whack to Luke Hoskins.
That's all right. Luke will be able to handle it.
He's a good fella. So perhaps a touch of indecision here from Rod Peterson. Walking off the mat sideways, having another look.
Morning, Buzz. Good to see you on the stream, watching. If Tony doesn't do it, I'll do it to myself anyway, to Buzz.
He's certainly not shy, Buzz.
Just got to get down, Rod. He's played really good weight. He's trying hard. He's unhappy with it.
Yeah.
So,
Can he get that ball
well,
through?
I think so. He could play backhand and probably land Jolene's bowl through Rod's.
Yep.
Just saying, if he gets it wrong, though, the way you get it wrong, if you happen to get on the far side of the rink, outside edge of rods, and jack that way, all of a sudden he goes 3 or 4 down. So that's the thing he's got to be careful of. It's that stage of the match where you go, is 1 down all right still, and do we have enough time to catch up versus trying to get a number and get a little bit closer back into the game.
Yep.
Depends how confident you are. If you're feeling good, I think he's playing that backhand shot. Hanging. Oh, that was close.
It was very close. Good effort.
Just got that bowl on the wrong angle. So it'll be 1 to Rod and Mary. Scores now 12-7 after 10 ends. And if my commentary schedule that I've mapped out, Tone, is spot on, we're going to jump off and Sam and Gus are going to finish the game.
You birdie.
We can see Gus. Where's Sam?
Hiding.
Another long end from Mary and Rod. Now it's 5 the difference with 5 to play. It's not unachievable from Vinny and Jolene perspective are the ones down this match. So they've probably got to win at least 3 out of the 5 ends, last ends, to hit the front.
They did pick up a 4 only a couple of ends ago, so they are capable of a big score.
Definitely. More on Tim. No, Vinny is still technically a Traralgon Bowling Club member, but he played pennant this year at Yeovil Footscray in the Premier Division under a permit.
Rod Peterson did have some seasons at Clayton.
Yep, definitely.
Including in their Premier team.
Yep. All right, I think we are getting off now, Tone.
Thanks, JT.
We'll see everybody back later on.
Alrighty, big change up in the commentary box because Samuel's back and joining me for the first time for the Vic Open in 2024 on commentary is none other than Gussie McIsaac. Good morning to you, Gus.
Morning, Sam. What a beautiful morning it is in Morwell.
Good conditions, good game of bowls this. 12-7 the lead Rod Peterson and Mary Thompson have.
Do you
For
think
10
changing
ends.
commentators changing fortune?
See what happens. I thought the game was getting away from Joe and Vinny, but a 4 on the end 8 has made things a little bit interesting. It should be a good finish, the final 5 ends, so we'll see what plays out.
Well, I saw this in the draw. This is one of the reasons I'm sitting here commentating. I looked at the people entering the competition, and I thought there's some very, very good pairs amongst this lot. And here are 2 of them we've got for our opening match. Vinny never gives up, I can tell you that. The local boy. Maybe-
Local enough.
Yeah. He wasn't down here practicing yesterday, but Rod was. I had a roll with Rod.
You had a roll
I had a roll.
yesterday.
Yeah. I got a bit, you know, when you're not in any finals and you just not putting bowl down, you think, I might just have a Put a couple down. It was good. Clears the head. Got a fair looking bowl here. Just got to clear that bowl.
Pretty kind sort of line on both hands here, Gussie, on this stream rink. Don't want to get caught out too wide.
No, and very weight dependent. You know, just find that line, find that weight. The bowl will find you a shot.
You can see there, Exhibit A, just a fraction high, just slightly miss your line. Can get stuck out. Might have had the right enough, good enough speed to nearly draw the shot there. Gussie, not far away.
Well, that last bowl of Vinny's will give Rod a very good indicator. He knows he's just got to get inside that for shot.
It's a confident man, Ronnie, getting after this one.
Yeah.
Just has to clear either side. Won't impact the count at the moment, so Freddie McILWAIN will look to throw another one into the count here and put Rod under a little bit of pressure. This would be a good end to get here.
Yeah, would like
get them right back in the game.
He's in, he's there, probably one in, one out.
Yeah, last bowl falls in.
I don't think Rod will have too much problem.
No, he hasn't been far away with his first couple. Just needs to be a bowl wider, that's all. Not a bad setup here at the Morwell Bowling Club, Gussie.
Well,
I haven't been here before until the other day.
It's pretty impressive.
What a facility.
Yep. If I lived down this way, I wouldn't probably leave here. It's addictive, these good carpet greens, indoor, rain, hail or shine. As you look, he's gone margin wide. He won't be happy with this. Oh, is he?
Yeah, well, he gave it a chance to work off any shot bowl.
It's funny because he's probably had too much. In a funny way, he had too much room. You know, he thought, well, I just got to be margin wide here. It'll come back, and it didn't. Yeah, he's just saying he just that extra foot or two.
Fine margins, yep.
Well, Vinny's got a big chance to really turn this game on its head now. Draw another shot. What do we call this? A free hit.
See if he can make it count. Love it out of the hand. And doesn't like it out of the hand.
He's given it a chance. It might hold on. No, not there.
Far away, but knew he had it sent it straight away.
Gave the shake
So
of the
have a
head.
look, and it's actually won the way of Mary Thompson and Rod Pedersen, so they'll pick up their third single in a row. They skip out to a 13-7 lead through 11 ends. Of course, playing 15 ends here. Sectional play for our mixed pairs event. Time limit of 2.25 hours, but I'm going to say, Gussie, that given the time is 10:25, I think we should be right. I think we should be right.
There should be no problems about finishing a bowls game on this pace carpet. All players are moving through pretty quickly. They don't muck around. As I say that.
Yeah, so I missed obviously the middle 5 ends of this game. But early on, the Thompson-Pedersen combination were looking to go ditch to ditch. Clearly stuck with that tactic, but Mary's just thrown the jack a little too far, so see a shorter length end.
Well, as I said, I had a roll with Rod last night, and he's a big proponent of long ends. And he hit a lot of drives yesterday too. He hasn't driven yet, I don't think, in this game. But I think he only missed 1 of 8 against me yesterday. So he was...
1 of 8?
1 of 8.
In a roll-up?
In a roll-up, yeah.
No messing about.
It's something about me when I roll up with someone, they just want to beat me. And they usually do. All right, he's just having a little powwow in the middle here, Rod and Mary, just saying it's all good. Like he knows that she'll be a bit disappointed about rolling that kitty in the ditch. And he just would have said to her, nail it. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I think it's going to be the start of a long campaign for some bowlers here, isn't it? They're going to get a lot of bowls in if they win some games. It's 10 days.
Yeah, plenty of
12
people
days. Yep.
lined up in multiple events. You playing?
Yep, yeah, I'm playing in the other events, but as I said, no one wanted to play with me in this, so
Oh.
maybe I should have run a competition.
Yeah. Yeah,
That'd
you
be
could
the
have
only
been
way.
the...
I could have been the third place getter.
You could have been the third player, I was going to say, because you
Behind
kept the
Tyson.
runner-up around. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Of course, Tice is in action on this screen a few ranks over, but
Yeah,
a little bit of trouble where early on there, 7-19 down with a couple ends to go.
He's playing with a young girl, a very young girl, a very talented
Great shot
from
Mary
Mitcham.
Thompson. Correct.
And she's going very good.
It's Marley Malcolm, who
Yep.
was runner-up in the Eastern Ranges Novice Championships that they run in-house. Of course, Novice State Carnival to come later on in the year.
Daughter of Nigel Malcolm, who
Nigel.
bowls at Mitcham.
Great man.
He's here watching. He's tucked off in the corner somewhere. I said, what is it with parents watching their kids play sport? Just get out there. He goes, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Fair bowl here. Just got to get down onto the and flop in. No. Mary's from United States,
US of A.
US of A, great nation. So she's a guest here. We've got a few over here this year, haven't we?
Quite a few, yep. Having a good practice. Travelling them all well the last couple of
Yeah.
days.
Wearing a path down the greens. Have you been to New York, Sammy?
No,
You haven't?
no. Have you?
I have. I have once.
Did you have a bowl?
Well, funnily enough, in Central Park, in the middle, they've got a bowling green.
And what does it run? 14 and a half?
Oh, yes. Be shoulder injury stuff, I think. But it's impressive, though. I can't remember what probably New York Bowling Club, I guess. But you kind of find them everywhere. Every town you'd go through, you'd happen to drive past a bowls club, which is great.
Cracking shot here by Rodney once again. Rips all the way
Oh,
back
wow.
to the line and falls in behind. That's a fair effort indeed. Hole 2.
Yeah, I think Vinny, he's got a little landing pad, just a tiny one. He's probably, he's got a good bowl.
Down a little.
Oh.
Oh, unlucky. Just gets the back one out. Reduces it back to 1. There you go. Mary tuning in from Laguna Beach, California, where Mary Thompson's home club is.
Welcome to the...
Laguna Beach Lawn Bowls Club. How good was that?
It's pretty good.
All right, so see if he tries to play something similar. Wasn't far away with his first.
Well, he needs
Trying
to
to
just
clip the bowl out.
drop a little bit of weight from his last, which he's done. He's done it. Oh yeah, that's a great bowl. Wow.
Oh, I don't know. Did he get it far enough
Fell
for the
back.
shot? It nearly fell at one more roll. Just fell back, so it makes it close. Very confirm. He looks like a measure for the shot. Couple of good ones from Vinny. A little unlucky.
Well, he did what we said. He just dropped a fraction of weight to let the bowl work a bit, and he was stiff if he hasn't got the shot. Vinny's going to have a look and tell us. Gets on his toes. I don't know why that helps.
Doesn't know. Very close.
Yeah, he's not happy. He played a great bowl.
All right, both the boys with still one to come. Over on the backhand side, searching for
Yeah. Nothing for
Joe's
wide.
closest
He's
bowl.
got it.
Oh. Good effort. He's tried to sit it underneath the head to make 2 or 3. Just missed in doing so, and he's clipped his own bowl out for 1 down, so he's just seeing if he can make any more other than drawing for 2. I would have thought the easier option just to draw 2 here, Gussie.
Yep.
Get yourself back within, 4 with 3 ends to go.
Yep, very gettable.
Still got to draw the shot.
Switch onto the forehand.
Wonder if he's giving himself a chance to try and trail his jack to his own
Maybe.
couple.
Because he's got to come underneath that short bowl.
Make it
His pace is pretty good.
Couple.
It's very good
Nice.
bowl. Yep.
just drawn the shot instead. So, gee, a couple to Joe and Vinny gets them back within 4. With 3 ends remaining, 13-9. Way of Mary Thompson and Rod Pedersen through 12 ends. Make for an interesting finish for our opening stream for the 2024 Vic Open here at Morwell Bowling Club. Gussie.
I'm liking all the shirts. We've got our Vic Open shirt there, worn by
Plenty of
Mary.
variety.
And Joe's got a really nice one from Bolaro. That looks very much like the new Tasmanian football jumper.
Does it?
With a devil on it.
Has that been announced? That was announced last night?
Yesterday, yeah.
Yesterday.
They went with the old state jumper with a...
You weren't sure about them being called the Tassie Devils, though, were you?
No, I wasn't.
I'm
But
the biggest fan of that.
yeah, because it is a bit of a clash, isn't it? The Demons. Anyway, I think it's largely to get the population of Tasmania on board. That's something that they recognise.
18. And, of course, Mary repping the new Vic Open 2024 shirts. Got to get my hands on one of them, I think, Gussie.
I think they may have sold out.
Sold out.
Yep. You obviously haven't been to a Vic Open.
That's a
Everything
problem.
sells out.
Oh, yes. No, I
Mel
heard they
was run off her feet.
were in high demand even yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, and
The word got out.
Mel's designed those. So, and there is another colour coming, a green and black one,
I've heard about this.
and they're meant to look very good, like a Moama type shirt. I saw Tyson walk past me before. I think he's gone for a new hairdo. Looked a bit different. I hadn't seen Tyson for a while.
Repping the Ocean Grove VBL shirt that they wore for the VBL the back end of last year.
Yep.
Looked good. So is Brad Pavey on the rink next door.
Yeah, very good. Maybe Tyson's taken up a bit of surfing, salt in his hair.
Don't take him for a surfer, but I'm not
No.
sure about that.
Imagine him, Paddles and Matty out on the surfboards
Oh,
off
gosh.
Ocean Grove,
Oh dear.
catching some waves.
Alright, so Mary just looking just to see how she's going to get in. I think it's easier just to change over it, jump on the backhand side, be in the open hand.
Yep.
Wouldn't want to see her crash into anything.
They'll be feeling pretty confident, 12th, 13th and in. They would have a good feel for the green now and be pretty confident that they can get close.
Well, they've only lost 4 ends for the game,
That's
Gussie,
crazy, isn't it?
including a 4, which is the overall's tight, but indicates that they've
Great bowl.
built
Great
the better
bowl.
heads throughout. And
Right on cue, eh?
another great lead bowl from Mary. Yep.
What is it with the commentator's curse? You say something and it happens. Fair looking bowl here. She's got to run this out.
More often than not, Gussie, more often than not.
She wasn't happy with that. She knows she was on a good track.
Just having a look through our little commentary schedule here that JT's
Oh, yeah?
put together for the next few days.
Yep. How many people has he got lined up?
Well, today we've already used up our 4 commentators. We'll be rotating around for the rest of the day throughout the next couple of games. Sectional play, and then back here at Morwell for knockouts tomorrow.
Yes, Morwell is the home of the Vic Open this year. We rotate between the clubs. We were at Terrelgan last year and stationing ourselves here this year, and both fine venues. Dropped in there this morning. if you haven't been down this way, you've got to get down and have a look. It's just an hour and a half, easy drive. Accommodation, food joints, everything. And the sun's just shining, and it's could be in Queensland, mate.
The weather is marvellous.
It is absolutely beautiful.
What's going on here? All right. Vincent, a couple of down.
He's got to navigate that short bowl, and it's a fair effort. A fair effort.
No, he's turned that one in behind, made that even harder now. Already got second shot, but at this stage of the game, Gussie, they need to be picking up ends and scoring.
I think they're only one down. We might see him switch onto the forehand and play a little shot. Because okay, just tries to bet his last bowl. Good guide. So this is your first Vic Open?
From a staff point of view, yes.
Yep.
I reckon I played one 2019
At Shep.
Shepparton Days. Yeah.
Good old days.
Rogers figuring out how far he's going to correct on his first in terms of weight. Look pretty good from their point of view. Giovanni only with one bowl in the area. Pretty difficult to
He's just got to get through this gap.
make shot. What's going to make it even harder
just
if he
gotta
can
run
run through here.
Oh well, he's
Well,
forced he's forced Vinny to do something different.
See George laughing, Vinny's taking the hat off in a bit of a
Yeah.
shake of the head as to how on earth am I ending up getting shot here? Do you copper one down and move on and try and play two good ends the last couple? And the thing is, you then trail by 5, which is making things tricky as well.
I mean, there's
Any thoughts?
there's a shot on the backhand through that last short bowl, but if the kiddie goes back, he could go down 3 or 4.
Yeah, they don't really have anything past or close in the nicest way possible.
And
This is a tricky one here for
tight
Vinny.
shot. I think he's going to go the forehand.
I think there's a...
There's a slight chance to sneak around the orange. Tough shot. It's not beyond Vin Man.
Is he looking just to try and draw this on the forehand? Tough shot.
And it was always going to be the problem bowl.
And crashing, so... What has the last bowl here? Can he put the lights out on this game? Any movement on the closest Vinny McIlWAIN bowl
Yeah, he rolls
just
that.
about wraps it up.
He's going to try and play the shot that Vinny couldn't play
Correct.
because of the head setup.
You give this a real good chance on the backhand here.
He's almost had a little smile on his face there, thinking it's a pretty good head setup for me.
I'd search right up here, give this every possible chance.
If he misses wide, he gets the bowl.
Just has to clear his own. Sits that bowl right through, makes a big number. If he crashes and turns his own on the way in, it's okay.
I think he'll play conservative weight.
Oh, this is the weight I like. Good
Yeah.
searching weight. Try and land this bowl right out of the head. Doesn't mind it. What's he got?
He's got the outside bowl. That's not the result.
Oh, what's that done?
That's given him the shot. Now that's... Nothing for wide.
Still
Yeah,
one.
Okay. He's lucky it didn't fall in.
Yeah,
It's stuck on the bowl.
anything inside of that, he
Oh.
was right.
He could have made.
Got it outside, he turns it in for possibly one down, but they pick up one. The combination of Barry Thompson and Rod Pedersen, they lead 14-9 with 2 ends to play. Round 1 of sectional action coming to you from the Morwell Bowling Club on a beautiful morning. Up and back, and no surprise to see Mary throw the mat all the way back. And we know where this jack's being thrown, the way the game has gone. The other game in this section's next door to us, Gussie.
Yep.
Scott leading ties 11-8 through 11 ends.
It's a tight game. Brad Pavey's 10-18 down to that game's over. So he's lost that one.
And Jody and Ethan Fruin, I think, Gus,
Yep.
you're just about to mention the score on the far end.
Yep.
They lead 11-8 with 2 ends to play. Of course, sections of 4 teams, so 3 rounds here this morning throughout the day.
I saw Ethan's name. I was trawling through history books as I do, you know, my time off, and
History books.
well, the history of bowls.
Okay.
That's all I'm interested in. And Ethan was there in. I was looking at the, you know, the new bowler.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
and I believe he won that a few years ago. Saw his name there.
That sounds about right. And the state pairs as
Yep.
well.
Yep.
Mentioned a little bit earlier.
And
on.
I thought he'd been around longer than that. And then you see that and you think, wow, what a great effort. One of the pathways, you see a lot of. It's a bit like the Rising Star nominations in the AFL. You see them and then you see them crop up winning a Brownlow. We've got some viewers out there at the minute.
Plenty of viewers, of course, streaming across Facebook and streaming to YouTube as always.
Corinne Jenkins asking how many ends get played, or is it first to 21? It's a 15 end game. And whatever score you get in that 15 ends will constitute the game. So at the minute, Rodder's team holds sway at 14-9, and this end will prove to be critical. Vinny wins it. He's back in the game.
Yeah, they have to win
Gotta
the
win.
last 2 ends. Yep.
And you can tell by the urgency in making sure the bowls are up and not short. Anything behind is good. Mary's got a good bowl here. She sits on this.
Good again, and
Yeah,
picks up the jack
that's-
on the way through. Making it very tricky now.
I think they need a minimum 2 on this end to start being the game. Because have we had any numbers? Oh, there's been no numbers scored. Maybe a 3, I think. Oh, she's cleared it. She's played a cracking bowl.
Great shot. It's come to a really good spot.
You can't
Nearly-
be closer and not get it.
No, nearly got a little friendly slide off front as well. Misses everything. Misses under the jack, but comes to a great home. Gives them a chance. That's where they needed one.
Of course, we are playing sectional, so if you do happen to lose your first game,
Definitely not the end of the
It's
world.
not the
There's
end of the
still
world.
plenty
You
to
go-
play for, yes.
win your next 2. These sections, all these sections are tight, so they'll be looking to get off to a good start. So 2 days of, 1 day of sectional and then 1 day knockout.
Correct,
Yep.
and that's the same format until we reach the last 2 days of finals days. Good shot again from Rod. He
And
played well.
It's a good format for those if you want to be to travel down, and then if you win your section, you can go back to Melbourne or wherever, a couple of days of work, and then come back and play your finals.
Can do, of course. Pairs sectionals kicking off on Thursday, knockouts Friday, and then singles action over the weekend.
Yep.
Full triple starting early next week, and then finals days following Wednesday and Thursday. We'll keep you up to date of who we're streaming the day before, so you can check it all out. If you've got to look forward to. Quite sure what he's waiting for here. A bit of movement behind the rink. Alright, at last for first bowl of rods forces Vinny to play the back end out and try and search and touch this jack
He's
around
not
the
far
corner.
away.
I'll tell you what, Gussie
He's not
boy.
far away.
needs
He's
to
going to hang
hurry.
on.
Oh,
Vinny.
just ducking under.
Falls the wrong way, of course.
It's a good attempt.
You know,
Doesn't make it a whole
how many
lot
times?
easier either.
Vinny's like, how many times does that have to happen? His bowl's fallen out a couple of times. In the area. But when you're in this sort of situation, in this game in the area, you need them to fall right for you. You need the shots. So the next game's scheduled at, what, about 12? What time's the second one scheduled for? 7?
Yeah, about 12 o'clock,
Yeah.
and I reckon we'll start pretty much bang on
Yep.
time because the majority of
good
games
bowl,
are
yeah.
finishing up, and Rod's
Good
going to
bowl,
touch. No way.
Yeah.
Oh, what a shot.
That's-
Well,
Oh,
it's making it very, very hard now.
it is.
I wonder if we'll see. You can see sort of the jack locked in now. That bowl of Mary Thompson. So they hold a couple. That's irrelevant. I think Vinny's got to go this on the forehand. Try and search up and...
The kitty, he'll kill it. I think that if he gets it, he'll come off that second back bowl.
If he searches on the forehand up through his own,
Yeah.
I wonder if the jack's locked right in to pop out to the right of screen. That
Yeah.
would give them a 1. And that's better than 2 or 3 down. Just a very hard draw on the backhand side.
He
Gonna
has,
play that perfect.
he can see that the back orange bowl of Rod's. So he knows he's just got to maybe land that and flop. I think he'll go backhand. He's got 2 goes at this. Skips with 3 bowls are very dangerous.
So leads if you can set it up every hand, put the pressure on. He's gone for the backhand draw option. Seen worse efforts, Gussie.
It's going to flop out. Jeez.
Well, gives him
How
another
close
one
was
out
that?
that side.
Yep, true.
What does Rod do? I think Rod's going to try and cover this right-hand side of the screen as we see it, just in case the jack pops out that side if Vinny was to change hands. I don't know if Vinny's settled, though, on trying to play backhand. Just try and dead draw for 1.
Yeah, I reckon if you were playing on the back green, which runs a little bit quicker, the one behind us,
Yeah, a
You-
bit more
you-
turn. You
it
could
would
get
be a bit more
back to that.
turn.
Yep.
There's not a lot of room for error in this, and Rod's going to make it even doubly harder. Well,
So,
my goodness.
pretty handy set of 3 bowls there by Rod. That is not bad at all. Does it load up the jack now through the forehand? Does it still get out that side?
You'll go and have a look at this. I think there's no
I
rush. Time-wise, they're
No,
all right.
no, plenty of time, plenty of time. I think Vinny's looking more to see how he can get these shot. I think it's forehand now, just a little bit of contact. Jack splashes out to the right of the screen. They hold 1 or 2. That's the shot for mine anyway, Gussie. See what Vinny decides to play.
He knows this is a big bowl. He's going with weight on the forehand, I think. A little bit of weight. And he's one, 2 down.
Oh,
Still.
what an effort. Managed to clear the front pack and bowls fly everywhere.
That was a great bowl.
Still a couple away Rob Pedersen, so that'll just about wrap things up as we head into the final end. 16-9 the lead. Superb effort from Vincent indeed. Just didn't get the right result. What a great end of bowls from Rod and Mary though. Superb.
Well, he was doing that
That
against
length
me
of end.
last night. He could eat a
Sounds
bowl.
like he played pretty well against you last night.
He
doesn't
did.
He's continued that form into this morning.
I run a lot of people into form, I'm telling you.
So they'll pick up a win in their first round. Of course, still a couple games to go, so not guaranteed anything just yet. I'm pretty confident they'll continue to play this ditch-to-ditch length as they continue into round 2 and 3 this afternoon.
It's
Worked well for them.
and on this green, we were playing some long ends yesterday, and you really had to make sure your first bowl had to be at least You know, even if it was 2 foot behind, it just had to be up.
Yes, yep.
And she's done exactly that.
Yeah, always in the game. Yep.
Then you can bring your next 2 bowls. You can bring them. You trust your pace and bring it back to the spot. It's very easy to end up 2 foot short. This length. And she's probably won't be happy with that. Easy to do though. Your bowls is finished for the year, hasn't Sam?
I'm done.
Yeah.
Finished.
Had enough?
Couldn't even get a game down here.
Yeah.
Although that might still change.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know. You never know. You never know.
No, I think...
good area from area. Yeah, mate. It's playing really good.
There are people lining up to get into those draws at the minute. They know how valuable. So it's a lesson for next year. Get in early. Because it's growing every year. I think we're about 15% up or something on last year.
Yeah,
so it is
about
growing.
Right. Yep.
Becoming very, very popular as the word gets around. So she started with a nice back bowl and she's just worked her way back to the kitty with her last 2. How are the socials going? Plenty of activity?
Plenty of messages coming to my phone directly about what's happening here this morning.
Good.
Yeah.
All positive?
Quality of the stream.
Yep.
Always.
Boys are doing a great job. I got more screens to look at than I've ever had.
You don't know where to look. You got the angle. You got every angle covered.
It's confusing an old man, you know.
Don't want to hear you call any wrong shots or wrong heads this week. No excuses.
No, got everything.
Me either.
We just need spider cam and we'd have it all.
That would be quite good.
Imagine that.
Yeah, that would be good. That's the next step.
You could get a rig going here. Did you see the footy hit the spider cam the other day?
At the MCG?
Yeah.
Right
And the
behind
umpires didn't know the
shots?
rule.
How would that be?
Mm.
Should have a camera following the ball as it comes down, right in behind the whole way. Yeah, I did see it. It was just play on.
Yeah. I think it's
Collingwood game. Collingwood nearly went down the other end and kicked a goal.
Yeah. Need all the help
How's
they
that
can get.
play on? I'll ask Tobre about that. Matty O's scheduled to be here tomorrow, so good area again from Rod. Such a good area. Draws just about a resting touch in behind.
He is in. Watch this man. He is in hot form.
Yeah,
at the minute.
locked in right here. We'll follow his results.
He's been in
He
champ.
had Mary's results across the rest of the afternoon and the rest of the tournament.
Yep.
Clearly in some good form.
But he's not far away here either. This is a great bowl. And where's it going? Down 2.
That's where all the back bowls were. Just what we talked about at the start of the end, Gussie.
Yep.
Mary's always given her bowls a chance in good scoring positions when she's missed.
Rod will be trying to take this kid in the ditch. You know, just with reaching, nothing big. He'll be happy to lose his bowl if he misses it. He's chasing it. I've never seen Rod move so quickly. He's going to come down onto this bowl. Flop across. Oh, touch nearly. Didn't quite touch. Vinny has no option. 3 down. Make sure you're there. Trust your skill. Is it coming? It's close. It's very, very close. What a bowl. That's what I call a lawn bowl. Wow. The crowd goes up. Deafening.
The crowd goes mild. There's a few games that have just finished up across the place.
Yeah.
In fact, we're just about the only ones going. There's one game going next to us. The background, they're all wrapped up, so they're all coming a bit of brunch before they head into round 2. I'll look and see how he can make shot here. You never know, shots up might still come into this, so every end important. And it's going to make it pretty hard for him to
Yeah, I was at a tournament.
shot now. That been a toucher from Vinny. Great bowl.
was at a tournament on the weekend. It was the first game or something, and the lady said, we got one, we've won the game. And I said, well, you've actually got two. She said, oh, well, one's enough. And I'm like, well, you might need that extra shot at the end of the day, so get them all.
What is Mr. Rodney searching up here on the back end? Clearly has something in mind that he likes. And no result, so...
Not too concerned, I wouldn't think.
Joe Vinny holding shot here. Vinny with the last bowl. He'll throw this in and try and reduce the deficit to just 5, but it'll be Mary Thompson from the USA. And Rob Pedersen representing Glen Waverley taking out.
Has Mary visited our shores before? Is this her first win on Australian soil?
I'm not sure. I don't know. There was a few of them here last year. Might have to find out.
It's growing. They must have heard about all the great hospitality that we're receiving down here.
And Vinny falls just short, so it'll be one to them on the final end. 16-10, the way of Mary Thompson and Rod Pedersen for our opening stream for the Hens Light Vic Open for 2024. Next game, round 2, coming up very shortly. Scheduled around 12 p.m, but we might even start a little bit earlier the way we're going, Gussie.
Is it a secret or have we picked it?
No, it's not a secret. Selena Goddard and Ben Hubbard,
wow.
They drew their opening game. And the last end, it was a draw. They're up against Simon and Trish Cullinane, who had a huge win in their opening game, so plenty to play for. We'll see you all around 12 p.m. for round 2. It's the 2024 Hens Light Vic Open, live from the Morwell Bowling Club.
See you soon.
For me, using Henselite products is great. I really love the XG. The arc is wonderful, I think, because I'm really able to read my weight off the arc, and it's, really reliable bowl.
The Morwell Bowling Club is your place for fun and food. Come and try bowls and make new friends. Have coffee or bring the family for lunch or dinner. The Morwell Bowling Club. Visit us today on Hazelwood Road.